Merry Christmas, everyone. May the new year bring you love, joy, and laughter. Today, we're gonna talk about the 10 books to read in 23 for data analysis. My name is Roni. I'm a CS student in my second year. And before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. If you find our content useful, please give it a thumb up. Let's get started. So, these books are selected based on two criteria, the theoretical and practical parts. Both are still valid to 2023. So the first book is the Quick Python book. Essential Principles in Python started from complete basics, explaining lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions, for loop, classes, object-oriented programming, and data types. It highlights also the basics in data wrangling. It focused on the absolute basics and the essential principles in Python. Our second book, Practical Python Data Wrangling and Data Quality. So the main focus in this book is extensive discussion in transforming raw data into solid analysis that can be in format such as CSV, XLSX, or Excel, ODS. Also the structured and unstructured data, accessing web data APIs, how to collect the raw data from the APIs. It dedicates adequate space for data presentation that includes charts, maps, and so forth. Moving on to Pandas in action. Pandas library is the most powerful library in Python. This book will help you master the first essential steps to identify the data frame issues. The first step for data analysis. So the main focus of this book that uses the data structure, sort function, different types of join function, filter and pivot the data. Identify trends, whether it's a text-based or time-based in the data set. Finally, complete chapter for the most popular function that we used and we have used in the previous video, the group by function. This function is used to store multiple variables. What I really like about this book is that you can have your own signature while doing your future business analysis, as it follows Pareto principle 80-20. So 80% is usually dedicated for the data cleaning and the 20% for building models and draw your conclusion. This book impacts your 80% effort. Number 4, Storytelling with Data Visualization Guide for Business Professionals. I think this book has a massive positive feedback already. It has all the hacks to convince your audience with your presentation and your ideas. Funny how this book is actually organized, as it starts from the important message you deliver, how to choose your best graphs, grasp your audience attention, and several more of useful topics. The language is easy to comprehend, multiple examples for each principle, color, visualization. All you need to know about the storytelling concept. Usually data analysts spend large time period for analysis and presentation. It's important to have the skill to transfer your thoughts and the challenges to the stakeholders. Moving on to Learning Microsoft Power BI book. The newest book arrived. Learning Microsoft Power BI. Personally, I love this product from Microsoft. Power BI software is elegant, open source, and you literally can create any visualization with this powerful tool. Don't worry, I will talk a lot about it in our next video, but for today, let's focus on this topic. So, Power BI is a free software. Unlike Tableau, it's paid software. Power BI, you create everything from scratch. So it's important to have clear understanding of what is the concise visualizations, colors, shapes are look like. The main focus here is the ultimate source of Power BI tool from A to Z. The first few chapters are dedicated to introduce you to the software. Then how to use your data and runs, aggregations and measures, following by dense discussion on advanced methods of creating reports. If you like my video for today, please don't forget to subscribe and to our channel and hit the notification bell. Also, please like this video. Thank you. Number 6. R in action. R is a language the same as Python. And away from the endless discussion while which language is more important, R or Python, R is still solid programming language. Still, some analysts doing their work and get paid for their extensive experience in Excel and R only. So I like to give a place for this book. It has all the concepts you need to learn this language. R is pretty easy and straightforward. So switching to the main focus of this book, which is it has 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced. The basic level introduces you to the basics of R. Intermediate level, which covers the regression and the hypothesis testing. Advanced level that highlights the clustering, the classification topics, as well as time series analysis, which you will learn useful concepts such as trends, exponential forecasting, ARIMA and SARIMA techniques, and generalized linear models. It's also a separate topic. So if you have intermediate level in data analysis concepts, I highly recommend this book for you. Number 7. Principles and practice of big data. Preparing, sharing, and analyzing complex information. The most interesting part of this book is the deep examples in the stories. The author had a massive journey, met thousands of people, and here to document all that in an inspiring fabric. He speaks about the big data characteristics, challenges, potential solutions, explaining hundreds of tech words we hear nowadays, and how some regulations of companies can change people's life in different directions. You will expand your horizon and see the potential opportunities of your organizations. Personally, funny story about this book, that behind each chapter there is a glossary section. This section helped me and saved me many times while doing open book exams, and I'm super grateful for the simplicity in this book. Now we are moving to more advanced techniques, and I have this book, which is the Introduction to Machine Learning with Python. I have mixed feeling about it because it has 2 parts: the theoretical aspect or the theoretical side and practical side. The theoretical side is super inspiring and elegant in very clever way. However, the practical side, I didn't really dig deeper into it, and the feedback regarding the practical part in this book is quite confusing. Some people actually like the practical part, some and other think the coding is quite outdated. So that's why I have mixed feeling. Personally, I read the theoretical and I like the comparisons, I like the examples, but again, I didn't implement any coding here because I was already doing coding in the modules, in the courses I actually in, so I didn't focus too much on the code and data sets inside this book. However, to illustrate my idea here, I'm giving you the examples that I really like of this book. An easy way to distinguish between classification and regression tasks is to ask whether there is some kind of continuity in the output. If there is a continuity between possible outcomes, then the problem is a regression problem. Think about predicting annual income. There is a clear continuity in the output, whether a person makes $40,000 or $40,001 a year. Doesn't make a tangible difference. Even though these are different amounts of money, if our algorithms predicts $39,999 or $40,001 when it should have predicted $40,000, we don't mind that much. By contrast, for the task of recognizing the language of a website, which is a classification problem, there is no matter of a degree, a website in one language and it is in another. There is no continuity between languages, and there is no language that is between English and French. So the language in this book is pretty simple. The comparison, the illustration, the colors of the visualization are super great. And then again, I highly recommend to search for yourself, and if you find the website of the the book on the website is pretty interesting to you, then buy it. If not, you can move to the next example or the next book, which is Practical Statistics for Data Scientists, plus 50 essential concepts using R and Python. I want to highlight that starting from this book, you are gonna build up clear advanced mechanism in your projects. So in this book, it moves forward from exploratory data analysis, A/B testing that is based on hypothesis testing, regression, and classification characteristics. Pretty crucial part is the statistical machine learning section inside this book, which highlights several techniques such as k-nearest neighbor, bagging, and posting, and how to build KNN or k-nearest neighbor model, identify the number of Ks, and all the topics related to supervised and unsupervised learning. The unsupervised learning that is divided into clustering and principal components analysis. So number 9, Data Science Bookcamp. It's a wondrous book. It contains 5 plentiful case studies, and each one will walk you through the problem until the conclusion of the analysis. Also, it highlights how to handle the data inputs, how to validate your analysis. Almost all case studies are real-world business challenges. It's quite advanced techniques, such as natural language processing (NLP), graph theory, prediction, and hypothesis testing. This book is rich with details. Recommended to read. And the final book is Hands on Machine Learning. As in the previous books, this book focuses on 2 parts. Part 1 is about the machine learning, both supervised and unsupervised, using scikit-learn. Moreover, by the end of this part, you will be able to evaluate, train models, and optimizing your data, validate the findings, and fix ambiguous data shape. Part 2 is rated for neural network and deep learning topics. You can think of this list as the first 6 books are dedicated to learn the fundamentals, and you can build different projects to add to your GitHub profile, and the last 3 books are for the last part of 2023, so you have more elegant approach in your analysis. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you find our content useful, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at TechTwins for Data Science. Thank you, and I see you in the next video. Bye!